Hi. I'm making this video for anyone who's struggling with depression, anxiety or suicidal thoughts, whether those thoughts are immediate and you are a genuine threat to your own life, or they're just those batshit crazy ideas going around your head that make you feel mental. If this applies to you, feel free to reach out to me. If this applies to a family friend or family member or friend, then feel free to share the video with them. This is my gift to the world today. Maybe it's going to be the best gift I can give to the world in my entire life. I don't know. But it's the advice I've just given to a friend who reached out to me a couple of days ago and said he recalls seeing a Facebook post of mine in which I said I was feeling suicidal, or I once felt suicidal, and he asked me outright what stopped me doing it, what stopped me taking my own life, which would suggest that he's feeling legitimately suicidal. And I gave him an answer that seemed to land and resonate really well with him, made him feel heard, made him feel understood. And I thought, you know what, this answer, this idea, it'd be a shame if he's the only one who gets to hear it, because I really wish someone had given me this insight and idea. It would have saved me 20 years of depression, anxiety, frustration, saved me trying to take my own life when I was 21, might have helped save my best friend who took his own life 5 years ago, and it might help any other fucker. But it'll also give me, these ideas give me a sense of purpose in my life moving forwards, and give me a real sense of hope and purpose, and make depression feel like just something that I don't need to contemplate. Certainly suicide I don't need to contemplate. So here's what I said to him, and take from this what you want. I'm not saying it's medical proof or approved. You may disagree with me, fine, that's up to you, but this is what's worked for me, and I sense will help a lot of people. Number one, the reason I didn't take my own life more recently, not the one when I was 21, but more recently, more recent years, it's actually, if you contemplate taking suicide, taking your own life, it's actually quite a difficult thing to do. So you've got to live, or you've got to contemplate that if you try to take your own life, you may not actually be successful, and therefore you'll have to live with the consequences of not being successful. So you should only genuinely contemplate suicide if you can genuinely contemplate being unsuccessful and live with the consequences. That's pretty grim. And whilst that's a negative deterrent, it's a pretty powerful deterrent. So just weigh that up before you do anything silly. So yeah, that's the first thing. But here's the second thing, and the most important thing, the best advice I could give anyone, and keep reminding myself. And it's this: if you were genuine about taking your own life, just supposing you're thinking, okay, I'm going to do it tomorrow, tomorrow's the day, I want you to ask yourself a question. If you were to die tomorrow, what would you die wondering about? Would you die wondering what it might have been like to sing on stage? Would you die wondering what it'd like to say to someone, just fuck off? Would you die wondering what it's like to say sorry to someone and taking responsibility for your shit? Would you die wondering what it'd be like to eat a particular kind of food or drink that you've never allowed yourself to try because you've always believed that you don't like it? But don't you like it? Have you actually tried it? Would you die wondering what's at the end of that street in that town of yours that you've never walked down and don't really know what's at the end of it? Would you die wondering what it might be like to have a good relationship with your mum? Would you die wondering what it'd be like to ask someone out that you've always wanted to ask out? Would you die wondering what it's like to have kids? Would you die wondering what it's like to skydive? Would you die wondering what it's like to leave that shitty job and run your own business, set up a project that you've always wanted to run? Would you die wondering what it's like to run a marathon? Would you die wondering what it's like to have a hobby that you really enjoy, but you've never let yourself try? I don't know, like woodworking. I'm currently away this week doing a woodworking course, making a chair, and I absolutely love it. And as a consequence of being here, I'm making new friends. So what are those things that you would die wondering about? Here's the most important thing. Get curious. Allow yourself to do those things. Start small, but allow yourself to think about something other than feeling depressed and anxious and suicidal. Because here's the thing that so few people seem to understand, and so few mental health charities and advice bureaus and therapists and whatever don't seem to get. It's just, I don't get it. So I'm going to battle it head on and tell you what you need to fucking know, or what I need to know. If you want to beat depression, don't keep focusing on beating depression, because all you're telling your brain is, I'm depressed. You're reiterating the habit in your head that you are depressed. If you want to beat your suicidal thoughts, don't keep thinking about beating suicidal thoughts, because you're reiterating the habit that I'm someone who is suicidal. And you're giving your brain the problem of how to beat depression and suicide. By giving it the tools of thinking about depression and suicide, you're actually reiterating the brain pattern in your mind of depression and suicide. It just doesn't make any sense. And I'll give you an analogy. A friend of mine is a very good skier, skis off-piste, and she teaches people that when you're skiing off-piste, the biggest challenge is avoiding trees. If you hit a tree at speed, off-piste, the likelihood is you'll die. So to teach people how to do that, she says to them, if you want to avoid the tree, don't focus on the tree. Forget the trees are even there. Focus on the snow. Focus on what you do want, and that is to ski down this piste. If you focus on the tree, you're focusing on what you don't want, and the likelihood is, by some weird human nature, you'll veer more closely to the tree and find it very hard to avoid them, and more likely to actually hit them. The same is true of depression, anxiety, and suicidal thoughts. You want to avoid depression, feeling anxious, feeling suicidal. If those trees were depression, anxiety, and suicide, and you wanted to avoid hitting them, don't focus on them being there. Focus on the snow. Focus on what you do want. And I know that what you do want is to not die wondering about the shit you don't want to die wondering about. And here's the really cool thing. If you allow yourself to explore doing the things that you don't want to die wondering about, in doing so, you might actually find a new sense of purpose and a job that you really enjoy, or a hobby that you might enjoy. You'll also find, for instance, if you would die wondering about what it'd be like to run a marathon, then in learning how to run that marathon, as a consequence of doing it, you'll get fit. And here's the thing, like I said before, the other focus. If you focus on being healthy, you're telling yourself that you're actually unhealthy, and you'll find that a real battle. Whereas if you focus on doing something that the byproduct is being healthy, you'll get healthy. You'll be motivated to get healthy because your actual goal is to run the marathon. So, and it's the same true of happiness. You really want to be happy. If you focus on trying to be happy, you're really telling yourself you're unhappy. And therefore you're reinforcing the idea, and you'll find it completely elusive. So don't focus on being happy. Don't focus on any of the emotions you really want. Of course you want to be happy. Of course you want to feel love. Of course you want to be healthy. Of course you want all those things. But focus on the things that you would die wondering about, and you'll find that those attributes, those qualities, those emotions will come about as a consequence of doing the things you really want to do. And you'll have a whole lot of fucking fun doing it too. Yeah, sure, you might die wondering what it's like to sing and dance on stage. Do it and absolutely hate it. But you know what? You would have scratched the itch. And in doing so, you'll learn something about what you don't want to do. But fuck it, you wouldn't have died wondering, would you? So yeah, that's my 2 pence worth on it. And to give you a sense of the things that I have come back from the Camino not dying wondering about, I'm not going to die wondering what it's like to apologise to my ex. I'm not going to die wondering what it's like to have a healthy relationship with my mum and my dad. I'm not going to die wondering what it's like to have a relationship with someone that's truly conscious and interdependent. I'm not going to die wondering what it's like to coach people, because I fucking love coaching and I'm good at coaching. I understand people, I relate to people, my life experience means that other people relate to me, and I'm not going to die wondering what it's like to be a brilliant and successful coach. I'm not going to die wondering what it's like to go and watch some live boxing. Sure, boxing is not moral or ethical, doesn't really sit well with my values, but I love boxing. I don't know why. I'm not going to die wondering what it's like going to see a heavyweight boxing match. I'm not going to die wondering what it's like to travel the world and maybe live and work abroad in a place that I really want to live and work and abroad in. I don't know where that is right now, hence why I'd quite like to go and travel the world. I'm not going to die wondering what it's like setting up a new network for people that don't want to die wondering. I'm not going to die wondering what it's like to be a stand-up comedian. Loads of people say I'd be really good at it. I don't know if I'd be really good at it, but I'm not going to die wondering. I'm going to scratch the itch. I'm going to do it. So watch this space. I'm not going to die wondering saying what I'm saying to you now, saying to you I have felt depression for a long time, and suicidal thoughts, and worrying about what someone else might think. Because fuck it, if I were genuinely going to take my life tomorrow, or life was going to end tomorrow, I would die wondering what good would have come of me sharing this shit. So I'm going to share it. Fuck it. Here's my gift to you. And you know what? In doing so, I might help you be a little bit more fuck it about things. Whether you're actually feeling suicidal and depressed, or actually feeling quite good about life, but thinking, yeah, fuck it, Ryan, that's great. I want to feel like that too. I don't really care, or I care about everybody. I care about what you feel, but I don't really care. I'm not judgmental about whether you have depression or suicidal, because for me, it comes as a consequence of doing a lot of things you don't really want to do, that you've allowed yourself to continue doing. Depression for me is the symptom of doing a lot of the wrong things consistently enough that you feel really shit and incongruent, and consequently your mind and your body and your energy and your chi, whatever it may be, your psyche feels out of line with what you really ought to be doing. And you might not know what you ought to be doing, but that's why I invite you to go and do the things that you die wondering about, because that innate sense of what might be the right thing will lead you down a path that will be infinitely more interesting and helpful and playful and curious and healthy than constantly going round in your head and in your life thinking, I'm depressed, how do I beat depression? I'm suicidal, how do I not kill myself? So yeah, that's my gift to you. Go take from this what you want. As I said, I think I've said it already, I can't remember what I've said, this video is completely unscripted. Reach out to me if you want to reach out to me. Feel free to share this with anyone you feel it may land with. I genuinely and sincerely hope it helps people in some way, and I'm curious now to know who that person is behind me. So I'm going to stop talking now and leave you there. Thank you very much. Go well.